I should note that I'm just playing around as usual, so don't take my word for these things too seriously. But when I do this, I point at you. I can imagine that I'm pointing at a face, or in reality, when I point at you, I point at you as a face, as a person with a face. But from your perspective, you experience it as not being pointed at as a face, but being pointed at as an opening onto my word, onto the word in which I am pointing at you. So you are an opening, a clearing for the word to enter into your vision, or something like that. I'm not really into Douglas Harding. I just saw some videos on him on YouTube, but I was struck by how this notion of the still center, which is your true self, when I point at you, you see your true self, which is an openness onto this word where I point at you. You experience your true self because it's not qualified by a face or by a body. When you turn around with a finger pointed at you, you experience the still centering, that the word is turning around, but you are still. Anyway, I was struck by this because an interesting contrast can be made with this in terms of Maurice Berman's ideas. I think when you look at the body, you are focusing on the body and not on this clearing or openness, but you are focusing on the body, on your body. You look at your fingers for a period of time, or your toes, feet, everything. Do this experiment. Lay down and look at your foot for at least 5 minutes and try to experience or focus on that experience of seeing your foot. So I think when we focus on our bodies, after a certain amount of time, these layers of abstractions or distractions, like the body image and the attractiveness of a woman, or I don't know. So these distractions about our bodies are shifting away or falling off, I don't know. And you may realize how functional all our features are. And you may realize how interconnected you are with the environment, how intimately coupled you are with the environment. Your feet are shaped according to the ground. Your whole body is shaped in order to be perfectly aligned with this environment. Your hands are shaped to accommodate affordances and to help your stomach. And my eyebrows are there because they prevent dirt or water falling in my eyes. And my hair, everything is these all have functions. Now let me read a passage from William Geddes' Agape Agape. Just a brief passage. That you are being used, that you are being used by nature simply to perpetuate the family line the social tribe, the white race, the species just like your pigs and rabbits. And that's what you resent, what you hate, what you go through hell for. And she knew it too, didn't she? Knew what her body was for, like animals know, yes, and she knew you thought you owned her body, why you are terrified by a woman bearing down on you in a ball gown, because you know those bare arms and shoulders, you know those breasts aren't just playthings she's offering to you, posing as an instrument of pleasure, but bigger the better. There is gallons, there is the promise of gallons of survival of the species, like a, yes, like a huge brood mare. Pleasure, yes, yes, is beautifully done. Jealousy and the whole unreasonable, the whole madness when, and it goes on like this. This is a stream of consciousness narrative, very interesting. So the picture which is given by this little passage is something along the lines I am talking about, but this is focusing on just the functional aspects, and it's negative. What I am saying is that in contrast with Douglas Harding's practice of focusing our eternal true self, which is an opening, a local actualized universe in this moment. So instead of doing that, when we focus on our bodies, we may experience it as intimately coupled with an environment, as how interrelated we are with the environment and with all the creatures of the environment. Fish have eyes too, fins that are analogous to our limbs somehow, and animals are not that far away from us in bodily terms, of course. So that's what I wanted to add to this discussion on Maurice Berman and the kinesthetic potentials. So focusing on our bodies can have an effect on our way of looking at reality, at how interconnected we are, to experience how interrelated we are with the whole, and not just the human social sphere, but with the whole earth. That's all.